Hello, Mr. Bernie.
Hello, Rezan. How are you today?
Fine, and you?
Fine. Today is very cold here. It was -7 when I got up
Oh,
this morning.
it's so low.
Yeah. How about there? Is it cold there?
Yeah, not that much actually. It's something like 2 degrees or something like that.
Okay. How was last week? How are things going for you?
Actually, it's fine. We have an injection machine project that I must give for tomorrow. Uh, I'm finishing it. Today is the last classes projects neither. And on the other hand, everything is fine.
Rezan, is that what you said? An injection machine?
Yes,
Oh, very interesting.
plastic
So
injection.
what you mean, like injection, like
No,
a
plastic injection
vaccination?
machine. We are melting plastics and doing the chairs or the bottles for waters and the other
Very
things.
interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to, first of all, remember the word that we did last week. So it's been a while. Let's see how well you remember. Last week when I met you, we did the word prosperity, and we also looked at prosperity, which was a noun, also became prosper, which was the verb, or prosperous, which was the adjective. What do you remember about those words?
Prosperity is something like a place is open so much. It's how could I say it?
Do you think
It's
you're
not.
Do you
No,
think you are prosperous? No,
no.
I think you are, because prosperous means you have everything that you need to live and you have a little bit more.
Oh,
So you
okay.
have food, you have clothing, even on a cold day, you're inside and you're warm, and I'm
Yeah,
sure you had something to eat today. So that would be prosperous.
I got it.
Okay?
Okay.
Now for me, I think I'm prosperous even on a cold day. I just finished a nice hot cup of coffee and I had a big bowl of soup for lunch and it felt really good on a cold day. That would
Yeah.
be prosperous. Okay?
Okay.
Now, today's word, I want to look at this word and talk about it from several points of view. Now, first of all, it looks really long, but it's easy to pronounce. So look at the word, and when you're ready, pronounce it.
Uh, compa compassion.
Compensation.
No,
Compensation.
compensation.
Say it again.
Okay. Compensation.
Very good. And look, it's a very popular word. Look at that number. I don't know if you
Yeah.
and I have ever seen a number that big. 1,406 articles last year. That is incredible. Compensation. Now, I'm going to give you a few examples of compensation. Here's one of them. Tomorrow I get paid. Now, Cambly looks at all the classes I taught last week, and they add them all up and they send me compensation. And my compensation arrives every Tuesday. Can you figure out what compensation is?
The how could I say it? Let me think about it a little bit. The fee of the classes or
Yes,
something.
yes, yes. But let me change that. Rather than say the fee of the classes, the pay for the classes.
Okay.
So every Tuesday, I receive compensation for the classes that I taught last week. Okay, so sometimes it means your pay. It can also be this. Now, let me give an example of that, payback or make up. Suppose that you were a student in my class and you didn't have a pencil, and I said, here, take my pencil. And you took this nice long pencil, but during the day you broke it. So the next day you came to school and you said, teacher, here's a brand new pencil for you in compensation. So it's almost like saying you're sorry. I'm going to give you this because I broke the other one. Okay? Okay. Now, here's another example. Let's suppose that accidentally I fell asleep and I missed your class. And I felt so bad that I missed Rezan's class that I sent you a message and I said, Rezan, I'm going to open a new time tomorrow just for you as compensation. Do you see, in some ways it's like saying thank you, but in some ways it's like saying I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here's another example. If I ever borrowed someone's car, when I take that car back, I would fill it completely up with gasoline. And they might say, oh, you didn't have to do that. No, I wanted to do it as compensation, just to say thank you for letting me use your car. All right, buddy? All right. Now, we're also today going to do a second word, and it's a tough word to say, but I want to show you something first of all. Rezan, would it be correct to say that your ancestors, that your family is Kurdish?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I looked something up. How come I've never seen you wearing these clothes?
Yeah, because they're mostly, you can think them, these clothes are mostly for heels or how could I say, while you're doing the farm or something.
Okay, right. Now, this picture was taken in 1880. So let me do that in my head. 145 years ago.
Yeah.
Rezan, I think if you went to school dressed like that people would laugh at you.
Yeah.
Because this is not what a modern teenager would wear. Now, I don't want to be disrespectful of your heritage or your history, but let's face it, in 2025, teenage guys don't dress like this.
Yes.
Now,
unfortunately.
If you did dress like that, and you have to look at this word, and this is kind of a tricky word because it's, whoops, I accidentally X'd it out, just a second. Okay. Now, anachronism. Now, in Greek, the word chronos means time. And ana means out of or against. So anachronism means out of time. So if you dress that way, Rezan, you would be an anachronism because you are dressed wearing clothing that is not what people wear in 2025.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, again, let me also just show you this. On the other hand, my ancestors in 1880 were dressed like this.
Oh.
Wearing kind of a dress. Okay?
Yeah.
And again, if I walked out on the street dressed like that, people would think, oh, Teacher Bernie has lost his mind. Look at how he's dressed. Okay? So that's an anachronism. So let me put it in the chat so you've got it. And let me go back to the word there. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Ryan.
Right. So let's give it another example. Suppose someone wrote a story and it was a story about Ataturk and he was flying in a jet plane. And you would say, well, there's a little problem here. Ataturk was a real person. And when he died almost 100 years ago, there were no jet planes. So that story would be anachronistic because the time just doesn't work. All right, my friend?
All right.
All right, very good. Now, today I wanted to teach one other thing about words. So, Rezan, talk to me about this picture. What's happening here?
Stars are falling.
Okay, okay. Are they really stars?
No, they're meteorites.
Right. And Rezan, you're just too smart for me, okay? Many English speakers call those shooting stars. The only problem is they're not stars, they're meteorites.
Yeah.
But we use that expression and people say, oh, I saw a shooting star. No, you didn't. You saw a meteorite, okay? Now, you understand the word shoot, like to shoot a gun, bang, bang, or to shoot a bow and arrow. I shot an arrow. What exactly does that word mean?
Shooting stars. It means like it hits the earth.
Mm-hmm.
It came into earth and shot the earth.
Right. And so you understand when we say shoot, the verb shoot, it means that it moves very quickly. That's why we say when you shoot a gun, because, you know, bullets are fast. Or when you shoot an arrow, the arrow goes very fast. You shoot the arrow, okay? Now, this shoot is a verb. There's also a word shoot that's a noun, and a shoot is what we call a plant right after it comes out of the ground.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
A new plant that's just come out of the ground is also called a shoot. Okay?
Okay.
All right, my friend. Today, let's finish up the article that we have been reading. We've been working on this for several weeks, and today we're reaching the conclusion. So, Rezan, here's the conclusion at the end. I highlighted it for you. I'll make it bigger for both of us. Okay, there it is. All right, Rezan, I'll read the first paragraph and you read the second one. Conclusion. Scientists have always wondered if we are alone in the universe. As we explore more of space, we will likely keep looking at life. Our study showed a lot of possibilities for the source of carbon on Mars. We can't say for sure that it came from living things, but we can't rule that out.
You can learn more about Mars on NASA's Mars Exploration program website. You can find out about missions and look at the pictures taken by the rovers. You can also learn more about all the newest research on Mars.
Okay.
Research on Mars.
Good job. Rezan, what does this word mean?
The final parts.
Very good, very good. What does it mean, rule it out?
And they say that, yeah, maybe it can, but we can't say that, we can't show anything that it's real.
Okay, very good, very good. Now, Rule it out is also something that sometimes your parents do to you. You might not realize it. Now, let me give an example. If you came to visit me here in the United States and you are 15, right?
Yeah.
And you asked to drive my car, I would say, Rezan, I'm sorry, I like you very much, but you can't drive the car. In this state, you have to be 16 to drive a car and you have to have a license. Sorry, I have to rule it out.
Okay.
So what am I saying there?
Yeah.
I'm saying no. I'm saying you can't. Okay. So they're saying, could this carbon have come from a living thing? Yes. Could it have come from a meteor, a shooting star? Yes. So they can't rule it out either way.
Yeah.
All right. We're ready to go on. Now, today, we have gone kind of quickly because we're finishing this up. But today, I wanted to take a look at an Instagram page that I follow. Now, this guy calls himself Rad with Dad. And what he does is he is a pilot. Okay.
Oh.
And he is teaching his son how to fly an airplane. So
Oh.
the dad is in the right seat right here, and the son is in the left seat. And one of the
Yes.
things that he's trying to teach the son is how to use the radio in the airplane. Okay.
Yeah.
And you will understand what the son is saying. It is English. You'll understand it. But it's a very strange code that pilots use. So I want you to watch the son. Now, when this video was made, the son, let me see, he just turned 11. So he's about Bauer's age. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And the father has been trying to teach him how to talk on the plane. So watch what happens when he does this. And Rezan, this is because in today's reading, Brian is trying to use the radio in the plane, but he doesn't know how to use it. So I wanted to look at another boy who's trying to use the radio. Now, if you have any trouble hearing it, please tell me.
Okay.
Got it. Longmont traffic. You can do it.
Not remembering.
Try it. Try it one more time.
Left down.
Longmont traffic, Skyhawk 8
Longmont
Hotel Delta.
Beautiful.
That's okay. You're all right.
8 Hotel Delta, left downwind 29 Longmont.
Good job, you.
Longmont traffic, RV 3 Victor Mike, left downwind runway 11 Longmont.
Do it.
Now, it's funny that when he finally said it right, he looks at his dad and he smiles.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, and you know that this is true, every boy wants his dad to be proud of him.
Yes.
Right? That is absolutely true. Now, I want you to notice one other thing about the boy, and I'll pause when he does this.
Got it.
Longmont traffic,
You can do it.
Not remembering.
Try it. Try it one more time.
Left down.
Longmont traffic, Skyhawk 8
Longmont
Hotel Delta.
Beautiful.
That's okay. You're all right.
8 Hotel Delta.
Now, this time he says it right. Look at his right hand. Where is his right hand?
On the pilots.
On the controls, right?
Yeah.
Do you see where his left hand is?
Yes.
Okay. There is a clip on his belt, and you squeeze that clip in order to talk.
Oh.
And so his left hand, he's flying with his right hand, and he squeezes the left hand, and then he can talk. Okay.
Okay.
So watch this part again.
So left downwind 29 Longmont.
Good job, you.
Longmont traffic, RV 3 Victor Mike, left downwind runway 11 Longmont.
Do it.
And you see, that's why in those pictures you don't see his left hand, because he's got his left hand down on his belt and he's squeezing that little control to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Does Brian, the boy in the airplane, does he know that?
No.
I don't think he does. Okay. So let's see what happens here. He realizes he has to use the radio. He's just not sure how to use it. And he also is a little bit scared about touching the dead pilot. Okay. Which I would be a little bit scared of that too. Okay. So when we finished, this is where we were. All right, he thought, now to do this thing. He turned and reached for the headset, slid it from the pilot's head, one eye on the plane waiting for it to dive. The headset came easily. But the microphone switch at the pilot's belt. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's down here on the belt. Was jammed in and he had to pull to get it loose. When he pushed, his elbow bumped the wheel and pushed it in, and the plane started down in a shallow drive. Brian grabbed the wheel and pulled it back too hard again, and the plane went through another series of stomach-wrenching swoops up and down before he could get it under control. Rezan, stomach-wrenching means he felt like he was going to vomit.
Oh.
Okay, because he's having problems keeping the plane steady. It makes him feel like he's going to be sick. Okay, would you start when things?
And when things had started again, he pulled at the mic cord once more. At the last, jerked the cord free. It took him another second or two to place the headset on his own head and position the small microphone in front of his mouth. He had seen the pilot use it, had seen him depress the switch at his belt. So Brian pushed the switch in the belt into the mic.
So it's a headset like this. He puts it on, and then he positioned the small tube in front of his mouth, and he reached over to the pilot's belt and squeezed it, and then he blew. He wants to hear if it's working. Okay? He heard the sound of his breath in the headset. Hello? Is there anybody listening to this? Hello? He repeated it 2 or 3 times and then waited, but heard nothing except his own breathing.
Panic came then. He had been afraid, had been stopped with the terror of what was happening. But now panic came and he began to scream into the microphone, scream over and over.
Rezan, say scream, scream.
Scream. Oh, sorry.
So he suddenly gets very afraid. Help me, he's screaming into the microphone. Help, somebody help me. I'm in this plane and don't know. And he started crying with the screams, crying and slamming his hands against the wheel of the plane, causing it to jerk down, then back up. But again, he heard nothing but the sound of his own sobs in the microphone, his own screams mocking him, coming back into his ears. Rezan, he can't help it. He's only 13 years old, and he started crying. He's really scared, so he's crying. Okay?
The microphone awareness cuts into him. He had used a BCB radio in his uncle's pickup once. You had turned the mic switch on to hear anybody else. He reached to his belt and released the switch.
So when you squeeze it to talk, you can talk. But to listen, you have to let go. And so he realized now Someone could be calling me, but I can't hear him. I got to let go. For a second, all he heard was whoosh of the empty airwaves. Then through the noise and static, he heard a voice. Whoever is calling on this radio, I repeat, release your mic switch. You are covering me. You are covering me. Over. Someone is trying to call him.
It stopped and Brian hit his mic switch. I hear you. I hear you. This is me. He released the switch. Roger, I have you now. The voice was very faint and breaking up. Please state your difficulty and location and say over to signal end of transmission over.
Please state my difficulty, Brian thought. God, my difficulty. I am in a plane with a pilot who's had a heart attack or something. He can't fly, and I don't know how to fly. Help me, help. He turned his mic off without ending the transmission properly.
There was a moment's hesitation before the answer. Your signal is breaking up and I lost most of you. Understand, pilot? You can't fly, correct? Over. Brian could barely hear him now. Hear mostly.
Noise.
And noise and static. That's right, I can't fly. The plane is flying now, but I don't know how much longer. Over.
Static, Rezan. Static is this noise like you hear in a radio sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Lost signal. Your location, please. Flight number, location I don't know my flight number or location. I don't know anything. I told you that. Over.
He waited, but there was nothing. Once for a second, he saw. He heard a break in the noise, some part of a world, but it could have been static. 2 or 3 minutes, 10 minutes, the plane rose and Brian listened, but heard no one. Then he hit the switch again.
I do not know the flight number. My name is Brian Robeson, and we left Hampton, New York, headed for the Canadian oil fields to visit my father. And I do not know how to fly an airplane. And the pilot, he let go of the mic. His voice was starting to rattle, and he felt as if he might start screaming at any second. He took a deep breath. If there's anybody listening who can help me fly a plane, please answer. I can understand that he feels really desperate, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't blame him for crying. I know at the age of 13, you shouldn't be crying, but this is really scary.
Yes.
So maybe that makes sense. All right, Rezan, I wanted to thank you again for the help that you and your sister give Bauer.
My pleasure, Mr. B.
It's
okay.
You're a fine brother. You set a good example as the big brother, and I appreciate that. Okay, anything else exciting coming up this week?
No, actually.
All right. Well, I hope your plastic injection invention goes well, okay?
Thanks, Mr. Bernie.
All right. All right. We'll see you next week. Good night, Rezan. Have a good night's sleep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a
Good night.
See you.
Good night.